It's important to review the strategies introduced in Level 1, focused on supporting learning for all students. These strategies are critical not just for Level 1 of the Dialogic Reading Framework, but also to be incorporated into Levels 2 and 3. There are two well-known questioning techniques that are helpful to build comprehension skills during Level 2 of the Dialogic Reading Framework. These techniques are called peer and crowd. The questions are built in a sequence for teachers to engage in a conversation with children around a story. Peer strategies are easy to recall by remembering the first letter for each prompt. So for P, prompt the child to say something about the book. E, evaluate the child's response. E, expand the child's response by rephrasing and adding information to it. And R, repeat the prompt to make sure the child has learned from the expansion. In order to remember the crowd prompts, it's also easy to focus on the first letter of each prompt. C, completion of a sentence using new vocabulary. R, recall the story plot and individual events. O, open-ended questions to foster thought-producing responses. And W are for WH questions such as who, what, why, when, where. And D, distancing questions to personalize the story. Watch this short video clip to learn about implementing crowd questions during your dialogic reading practice.
This is the story of a girl named Claire who discovered a gator on top of her hair. A girl named Claire had a gator on top of her hair. So that was, a multi-word completion prompt. Excuse me, she said, I usually share, but I'm not sure I want you staying up there. Oh, just let me hang out, said the gator Pierre. These views are amazing and I love the fresh air. But my friends will all whisper and gossip and stare. I can't go outside with a gator up there. What do you think gossip and stare means? So I stopped to prompt. However your children respond to that, you want to scaffold and build on their language. If a child gives you an answer, a response that's way off base, you want to quickly model an appropriate one for them and acknowledge that they responded, but just provide support for that vocabulary. Okay? The gator just smiled and said, "Oh, contraire, you can do anything with a gator up there. You could go to the fair with a gator up there, or give your brother a scare with a gator up there. You could be a zillionaire with a gator up there." All right, so now I had my R prompt, so I'm going to pause. I'm going to say, what were some of the things that the gator was trying to convince Claire to do? So that's a recall. So I want children to respond, and we're building short-term memory and also building oral language. And so I would want children to respond and recall some of the things that he was trying to convince her to do. Or even eat an eclair, as long as you share with that snippety-snappity gator up there. I see what you mean, we could be quite the pair, said the girl named Claire to the gator Pierre. But I do have a question, there's one little snare. Now that's another vocabulary opportunity. Embedded vocabulary support would just be inserting something like that means, or doing a quick synonym substitution. So there's one little snare, oh, that means problem, and just move on. What should a girl wear with a gator up there? So that was her problem. Why was Claire worried about having a gator on top of her hair? My open-ended question prompt.